Christmas, because Christmas, not only a day of great NBA basketball, but there are in fact some Christmas Day games this year for the NFL, which I think is super exciting. So we're going to talk the matchups, the games involved, the games I'm excited about, Christmas Day in general. I'm super excited about it because Christmas is not only for opening presents, spending time with the family, good food, but it's also about the sports low-key. So we're going to talk about that. First of all, I am actually having a Christmas live stream the day after Christmas, Monday, the 26th of December. If you have some time off in the evening, sometime around 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there, whenever it's quiet enough to film, I'll be going live. So if you have the evening off to yourself on Monday, this Monday, right after Christmas, I'll be going live. We'll be doing an ASMR live stream. I would be drinking, chilling, hanging out with you guys, talking about what we get for Christmas, talking about the sports that went on, anything else like that. Should be good vibes and a lot of fun, so make sure you come by, hang out. Also, I haven't been able to do one of these in a while, but super thank you, super thank you to a couple people. You guys know, you guys do super thank yous, I do super thank yous, well, you guys do super comments, I do super thank yous. Super thank you to Wombat Fighter. Of course, he is always down in the comments. What a supporter Wombat Fighter is. He's also someone who stops by the live streams a lot. Shout out to Wombat Fighter. Also, shout out, super shout out to Cohen. Super shout out to you, Cohen, and big super shout out to Sports Talk. Hopefully you're in this video, Sports Talk, because I'm talking sports. Crazy with the support. I think I'm posting this video on Christmas Eve, and again, people who give during the holidays, not only to their friends and families, but to me, a random person on the internet, I cannot thank you guys enough. It really helps me out a lot with just general support, and it just shows a lot of love from you guys, and it even gets me kind of emotional thinking about you guys actually wanting to spend time with me, especially even during this time of year. Oh wow, it's insane, and I cannot thank you enough. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you guys. Anyways, enough of the sappy stuff. Let's get into some sports talk right about now. Okay, so I think I'm gonna first go over the NFL games because we actually haven't talked just NFL in quite some time. So I think I'm posting this on Christmas Eve, and there are actually some Saturday night NFL games that have been going on right now. Have been on. You maybe have watched them. If not, we have a couple of games that already finished up on December 22nd. That was the Jaguars against the Jets, and the Jets season is officially over. I think I remember hearing something like that. Very sad, losing against the Jaguars, who I think are still in the hunt to try to snag a last-minute playoff spot, which is pretty crazy to think about. Super excited to see what happens with that whole playoff standings that happen throughout the end of December, going into the sort of playoff months, and then obviously the Super Bowl in February. I think it's in February. But shout out to the Jets, overachievers this year. Definitely looking at that starting quarterback position. May try to look for an upgrade while their rookie, is he a rookie? Their young quarterback kind of gets readjusted in the NFL. He's definitely a couple years away from being the quarterback that they need him to be right now. Now, I did already talk about these games already in my 1 hour long video where I talked about sports for an hour long, well, until you fall asleep. But I'll just go over them very quickly, the NFL games, because I already sort of talked about them and I didn't talk about the NBA ones. But so we have the Bengals and the Patriots game, which I still think the Bengals are going to win that game. Nothing's really changing on any of my, thoughts on how these games are going to turn out. Bills and Bears, I'm still picking the Bills. Falcons, Ravens, I am picking the Ravens, but that is definitely more of an upset matchup just because of the fact that the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson still, and they do tend to struggle a little bit putting up points when they don't obviously have Lamar Jackson there, so a little bit of a upset alert on that game, maybe. Giants and the Vikings. The Vikings have been fairly suspect recently, but they also had one of the craziest comeback victories ever. That was insane. I feel like the Vikings are like, they have like that one crazy catch that they had in the playoffs, and they also have this crazy comeback game. Like, they are a very underdoggy, upsetty type of team. They have a lot of crazy stuff happening. I should say spectacular things happening to that franchise. I'll be picking the Vikings again because they are home, but that Giants, again, upset could be there. Lions, Panthers, picking the Lions. They are fighting for their playoffs lives, and it doesn't really matter if they do good or not because they actually have, I think, the Rams draft pick this year, if I can remember. So the Rams suck, and the Detroit Lions could be as good as they want to be and still get a top 5 pick in this upcoming draft, which is insane to think about. Going to be very much helpful for their team in the future. Saints and Browns, kind of a toss-up game. I don't really know. Maybe Browns just because of their home team. Chiefs and the Seahawks, definitely not changing there. Titans, Texans, also not changing there. I'm picking the Titans, obviously. Commanders, 49ers, picking the 49ers. Eagles, Cowboys, toss-up game, but I'm going to be actually picking the upset of the Cowboys beating the Eagles. I think this is going to be where maybe the Eagles slip up a little bit, maybe slide their way into the playoffs instead of trying to pound in a couple more victories here. I think this is actually a game they give up. If not, I don't know. This game has already happened today, so I don't really know. Raiders, Steelers, toss-up game. Maybe go to the Steelers because they're at home. Also, actually, I'll pick the Raiders. They're kind of an iffy team. But now we're into the actual Christmas Day games, so we can actually talk about these a little bit more. We have the Packers versus the Dolphins on Christmas Day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, a little bit later for you East Coast people or people just around the world. 10 a.m. Wow. Packers, Dolphins. I think I will be picking the Dolphins to win this game, even though I know they are kind of beaten up. They actually have a lot of questionable people on their injury list right now. But man, obviously the Green Bay Packers are a very up and down team. They can play up with the best teams in the NFL, but they just aren't very consistent enough, obviously, throughout the rest of the year to have a very good outing, very good record, and it definitely shows. Obviously, Tua has also been kind of streaky this year, and even the Dolphins in general also have been. They were once maybe even a sneaky pick to win the Super Bowl this year at one point, to now being sort of a mid-tier playoff team, which is still obviously very capable of winning it all. If you have a chance, you obviously have a chance. They are third in pass yardage per game, which I think is something that really sticks out a lot, and also ninth in points per game, which I think is pretty cool too. So, defense of Green Bay is going to really, in my opinion, set the tone for this game. If the Green Bay Packers defense is locking down Tua and that crazy offense of the Dolphins, I think the Packers could win. But I'm going to put my money, if I had to put the money on, I'll put on the Dolphins. I think they're really trying to punch their ticket in the playoffs and on a high note. God, then we have the Broncos and the Rams. Mid versus mid. Definitely not good years for either of these teams who had Super Bowl hopes and just crumbles after like the first 2 or 3 weeks. Both these teams were just not where they wanted to be due to injury, bad play, a little bit of both. It's pretty bad, but I think I'm just gonna go Denver, even though it could be very easy that they could, win. They could lose. But the Rams, just with, just so many people out, like even Aaron Donald's out now, and just, I just don't think that it's worth playing when, in my opinion, could be just a little bit of a fan opinion. I think the Rams could even go into next season still on a very good note and still be a Super Bowl contending team. And they don't need to be try-harding these last couple meaningless games to do anything like that. I think they're just gonna whimsily their way to the end of the season and just not really care about these end games. So I'm actually gonna give the dub to the Broncos. Buccaneers, Cardinals. Again, sort of like with a lot of other playoff teams, I think some they really need to, again, finish strong at the end of the year. They have the Cardinals, the Panthers, and the Falcons. Falcons. At the end of this year, they can win all three of those games, and I really think they are going to try their best to have a nice win streak going into the playoffs. Picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Then we have the Chargers and the Colts. Now, I'm not just going to be picking the team with the best record here just because they are the best record team, but since their loss against the Las Vegas Raiders a couple weeks ago, they beat Miami, they beat Tennessee, and I think they are starting to find a good stride. The Chargers are, that's what I'm saying. So I think they actually come up with a win against the Colts. They beat the Rams, I think, also that week following, and then they have Denver the week following that. So, again, kind of like with the Buccaneers and against some other teams I'm going to be mentioning later on, they're going to want to win and streak their way into the playoffs, where I think some other teams like the Bills, the Chiefs, they can drop a game here or two and they're not going to really care, or just teams that are just really bad, that are just going to want to be bad just to save the health of the players going into the year. But I'm actually going to pick the Chargers. This could be a very good game. I will be watching this game, pretty much all of it. Yeah. Now, I actually wanted to take a quick look at sort of the playoff standings if the playoffs were to start today, but mostly just trying to see where teams are sort of stacked right now. Obviously, of course, in the AFC, you have the Buffalo Bills, the Chiefs, and the Cincinnati Bengals are locked in right now as the top three seeds for the AFC because they're the leaders in their division, and then you also have the Tennessee Titans right there in that fourth spot. Then right below them, sort of in that wild card area, you have the Baltimore Ravens, the LA Chargers, and then the Miami Dolphins right there. Then right below them, which I think these are teams that technically still have a shot. So again, you have Baltimore, Chargers, Miami. Now right below them, you have the Patriots, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the New York Jets. Those teams are maybe the most probable to get there. Right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars have a 41% chance to make the playoffs. The Jets have a 38%, and the Patriots have a 16% chance. Then you keep going down. Browns, Pittsburgh, the Raiders have a 4% chance. It's pretty bad. Then you look at the NFC. Sorry if you could hear that, by the way. That was the wind blowing. It was really loud. You have the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, the Minnesota Vikings, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Following them, you have the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, and the Washington, I almost called them football team, but they are the Commanders. Still in the hunt, though, you have the Seattle Seahawks, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, kind of have Carolina there as well. The probability for those teams are actually the Detroit Lions have a 44% chance of making the playoffs still. They have the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers. So I think they can beat the Panthers. We'll obviously see that at some point, or maybe you've already seen that, I don't remember. The Bears, I think they can beat, and then the Packers, the last game of the year for them. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is really going to try hard that game, so I think they can actually win all these games, which kind of comes down to what the other teams do. And then you have the Seattle Seahawks at a 33% chance, and then the Panthers at 16, Saints at 16, Falcons at 16, Green Bay at 6%. Yikes. In my opinion, I think it is going to be the Detroit Lions for the NFC. Then for the AFC, I don't think the Jaguars or any of those sort of in the hunt teams still make it. I think it's pretty much gonna be how it is in the AFC. I don't think the Chargers are gonna fall out, or the Ravens, the Titans, the Dolphins. I don't think any of them are gonna fall out. I think that one is actually a pretty set in stone standings. But this is kind of cool, sort of seeing like the playoff picture right now. Obviously, the Bills would get a bye in the AFC. Miami would face the Chiefs in the first round. You have the Chargers against the Bengals, which would be that would be my dream game. I hope that actually does happen. That'd be so fun to watch. And then the Ravens against the Titans, and then in the NFC, you have the Philadelphia Eagles getting the bye, the Commanders against the Vikings, the Giants against the 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. That could be sick. Now let's say the Detroit Lions make it into the playoffs. I actually don't really know where they would stand. Maybe where the Washington football team, where the Washington Commanders are at, and then they would face off against the Vikings. Detroit versus the Vikings. I think that'd be an insane sort of playoff game for both teams. That could be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's just a little look into the playoffs loss against the Hornets, which definitely maybe the worst franchise in the NBA right now, going up against the Dallas Mavericks, who, I mean, Luka Doncic I think had a 50-point triple-double the other day, but it was a 50-point triple-double that they barely won against the Houston Rockets. It takes Luka Doncic a 50-point triple-double for the Mavericks to beat the Houston Rockets. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Luka Magic and this crazy up and down Mavericks team. Sometimes they look like a title contender, sometimes they look like they can not even function without Luka Doncic being there. Then in my opinion, maybe the game of the day, the Bucs versus the Celtics. This could be a very good game. Now, apparently Chris Middleton is not going to play this game, which is really sad. It's still questioned, I think, but on the app it says he's out, so I'm going to go with he's out, which, I wish he was playing. Hopefully he does play. Christmas miracle, that'd be great. But these are number 1 and number 2 in the NBA East, and both top 3, top 5 title contenders this year. I mean, these teams are going to be battling for a title, basically, going into the playoffs and the finals run there. They're going to meet at some point. In my opinion, I think they will be, if they can stack the standings in the right spot. They're probably going to face off each other in the Eastern Conference Finals, and this is going to be the game of the day. And man, I know for a fact that Giannis is really going to want to win this game. This game is actually going to be in Boston. Oh man, I will probably give it to the Celtics. The Celtics have been a little skittish right here and there. I know they just lost against the Pacers not that long ago, and they had a very good win against Minnesota the other night, though. So they can sort of carry on what they did against Minnesota, having a good win at home as well there. I'm gonna give it to the Boston Celtics winning this game. If Middleton does play, though, which I don't know if they will, that could be questionable as well, because also the Milwaukee Bucks are on a skid as well, losing to Cleveland and Brooklyn, both Eastern Conference rivals, losing 3 games in a row, all to top tier, if you want to call the Nets top tier. I think they are nowadays. Eastern Conference teams, that's not gonna look good, especially that's gonna hurt a lot during the playoffs. And when you see these teams in the playoffs, they're already gonna have a game up on you. They're already gonna know that, oh, we can beat this team. I will say Boston will probably win, but this is also, I want to call it an upset, but this is a game that Milwaukee can definitely win. If Middleton is playing, I'll probably give it to the Bucks. Then we have the Grizzlies and the Warriors, which to a lot of people might be the game of the day, but Steph Curry is in fact injured and not going to play, which sucks a lot. Andrew Wiggins is also questionable, which really sucks. Desmond Bane is also questionable, which kind of sucks. So, I mean, a Steph Curry-less Warriors team against the Memphis Grizzlies team, who definitely do not like each other at all. This is kind of a rivalry game, if you want to call it that. These teams have matched up against each other before in the playoffs, and I'm going to give it to Memphis, not only because they are the better record team. The Warriors they just aren't it. Now, if Klay Thompson can turn back the clock a little bit and become 2017, 16, 15 Klay Thompson, the Warriors can definitely scrap out a win, especially on the defensive edge, being the more veteran team. If Jordan Poole can have a really good game, like a 25, 30-point game, they can definitely win. They're the Golden State Warriors, they can do anything. But the Memphis Grizzlies really do not feel good about losing against this team against the playoffs. These teams have chirped at each other before, in games, out of games, blah, blah, blah. So I think Memphis is definitely going to take this one to heart and really try hard to beat the Warriors on their home court. Then you have the Suns and the Nuggets. I'm going to be picking the Denver Nuggets, who are a team that are going on a streak. This team is playing, in my opinion, their best basketball right now. Have they peaked? Maybe, but as of right now, they are the number 1 team in the Western Conference, and only 2 or 3 games from being the number 1 ranked team in the entire NBA. legs under him. Michael Porter Jr. is still a little shaky, but when he does get to his spots and really, performs well, he's still that great, 20 point per game marksman. The team's bench is looking really great, and the Phoenix Suns are on the opposite end of that. They are hurting without Devin Booker, which I still don't think Devin Booker is going to be actually playing that game, which is going to suck. But, they lost against the Memphis Grizzlies the other night by nearly 30. Night before that, they lost against the Washington Wizards, which is rough. But, Chris Paul can't really carry a team anymore. Their best player right now is arguably DeAndre Ayton, which that's kind of a yikes. So, I don't know if Devin Booker is going to be playing tonight or not. It actually doesn't. Does it say on this? No, he's out, and Cameron Payne's out, and Cam Johnson is out. I don't want to say it's an easy dub, but this might be a very boring game to watch for the last game on Christmas. Yeah, guys, that's kind of it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Just the games that are going on, sort of the NFL, and sort of the NFL, how it's sort of turning out towards the end of the year. I cannot wait to do my All-Star Game voting video. I'm going to wait till closer to the All-Star Game, which is around February. I really don't want to vote for All-Stars now, and there's like another month and a half to see how players adjust and maybe even improve or get worse, fall from grace. I don't know. Definitely let me know down in the comments your game of the night. How do you feel about the NFL season, the NBA season, how it's going right now? And if you're excited about Christmas tomorrow, or tonight, maybe you're watching this without it being even Christmas, I don't know. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video.